As I'm talking to you, if you want me to move into that, you have your president who is treading upon the blood of the martyrs in the Northeast, who is treading on the blood of Nigerians that are being killed in the name of red carpet in London. A president who went to London to celebrate, his vice president went to Anambra to celebrate, and he's there with his minister of defense, treading on the blood of the martyrs. Let me tell you, for the death of 6 members of the armed forces of America, Donald Trump went personally to receive their corpses in a dignified transfer of heroes. But here, our martyrs are being killed. The members of the armed forces are being massacred by the incompetence and corruption of APC, who could not provide more boots on the ground, who could not provide them modern equipment to fight. Even the Boko Haram people are using drones. And these people are barely fighting with their hands, no morale. And you have your president who could not suspend his visit to United Kingdom on a state visit. And you know the most caricature thing about it? He went with his minister of defense. So 3 most principal people in the security of Nigeria are out when Nigeria is bleeding. And you call that a living party? Honestly, Nigerians will soon begin to be offended to mention that APC. Let me tell you, APC is for the powerful. ADC is for the people. I remember what Rauf Aregbesola Ogbeni said. He said ADC wants to produce a government it owns, not a government it's a possession to. APC has now become a possession to Bola Tinubu that pockets it in his pocket, that nobody can rise up to tell him, Mr. President, you are riding Nigeria to become a corpse.
So are you saying that the president should have cancelled the London trip?
Donald Trump cancelled his trip to China.
But interestingly, what we should also concern us is, let me just do a bit of comparison. UK, 60-something, about 70 million people, has over 120 ports. 10 of them accounting for 70% of the trade in the UK, with a GDP of close to $5 trillion. Nigeria, a country of 230 million people, has a GDP of about $285 billion. And we have only maybe 2 or 3 functional seaports. And 2026, we are still celebrating that UK is helping us to come and modernize our 2 seaports, Tinkan and Apapa in Lagos. And interestingly, they are financing us with about 746 million pounds. I mean, good. But when you look at it very well, and if you read at the commentaries, the CEOs of the British Steel and other companies in UK are celebrating, because this is the first time they are getting the kind of contract that they have to supply pellets that we're going to use for this port modernization. And of course, we'll be talking about Ajokuta Steel, we'll be talking about so many other things that we have in Nigeria. So I think, as I said earlier on, that it is time for us to sit back and say, what is our comparative advantage and what value are we offering the world? That we are still renovating or rebuilding 2 seaports in Lagos, while the country with 66 million people or 70 million people have over 100 seaports, about 10 accounting for 70% of their trade. And I'm not sure it's something that we should be too excited about. We're supposed to be talking about that Calabar Seaport is working very well, Akwa Ibom Seaport is working very well, Warri Seaport is working very well. That is how to be ambitious and expand your trade. The idea of just having 50 years, 60 years down the line, we're still talking about 2 main functional seaports, Apapa, Tinkan, and maybe Lekki, and some little trade in Port Harcourt and all that, is not encouraging at all. And if you look at Nigeria and UK, you find out that the trade, we exported about 2-point-something billion of goods to UK, and we imported about over 5-point-something billion. So it means that we're in deficit. Why is that so? Because we've not really focused on our productivity. We're not really focused on what we are giving to the world. we're not really focused on what we are giving to the UK. We're not even focused on what we are giving to the Commonwealth of Nations. So if you look at our potentials and what we can do, I'm not sure that we're supposed to be celebrating that we are renovating our 2 seaports in 2020.
Everybody will abandon you.
Exactly.
So thank you for, again, I thank you for your sacrifice. It is not easy to be in opposition in Nigeria, where everybody is sharing something. For those of you who are still supporting, even when there's no return, I'm sincerely grateful. You cannot argue that. So I thank you for the sacrifice and everything. We're all in the same thing. You get that every day. Yes, you're right. How are we sure that the amateur and those who are not working hard for will not dump us again? How I wish that we will be sure. There's no way we can be sure. It is difficult. It's like somebody who asked me, how am I sure that the ADC will give me ticket? It's tough. I can't. Most important thing is that when this is for a reason, we're in it for a reason. And that reason is what is propelling those of you who are here. The question I ask myself, I don't know what other people ask the question. How did we reach this level? What if we abandon this project? What am I going? Anarchy consumes everybody. If you throw up on me and now, tomorrow you will be excellent. Tomorrow you go, Father, tomorrow you will be short, tomorrow you will pass. Everybody will go. Every day you go, when they will be short, when they will be qualified. I don't know. But here, consume everything. So that's what is propelling us to get up every morning, running around all over the place with disappointment, with insult, with everything, with people getting up and calling you names, you know, when you're not, saying all sorts of things. The government is after you, attacking whatever you do, your business, everywhere you go. This person say, oh, you should stop coming here, or you should not stop coming here. Somebody asked me today, this is for afternoon. He said, here this person says you should not come to this region. Or you should not come to this place. Instead of that, I drove. I went to that place by 6:30 a.m. in the morning. So when did you leave? Everyone was like, 8 a.m. So as far as I'm concerned, sorry to use it. I've never gotten up in the morning and feel that somebody is going to die here. Never, because I want to roll on one. Let's roll on. So for me, if I'm not buying it, I don't know whether good luck. That's the God. Not that I'm saying everybody should take this thing. Not that I'm taking this, but I want to place I want to go to. If there's need to go there. Because we cannot fear in doing the right thing.
Yes.
Because we know we're doing the right thing.
Yes.
So, I have no sure. Mandai got support. I don't know what's up. Neither am I sure that I have ADC ticket. But I'll tell you one thing I'm sure. I'm fighting for it. So for me, I have that commitment. And that commitment that I need for all of you here, even in the medical that registration, somebody said, oh, that might affect us because of the numbers. No.
And infuse them with the ancient, unbreakable rhythm of our own heritage. This is Nigeria I know. This is Nigeria we are all hoping to build. Our administration picture is renew hope. We come to renew everybody's hope. We were elected to do that.
Can you put it on my shoulder?
And that hope is still resonating with a lot of Nigerians. Yes. As I stand before you, I can tell you that we've navigated our way out of the dark tunnel. The tunnel of economic uncertainty, the hopelessness of the past, but the bright future that we want to bring to each and every one of us. It is my commitment, even if I have a low adrenaline before I got here, but since you resolve only to renew my mandate, nothing else more joyful, more heartening than what you are doing. Yes, like the Deputy Prime Minister already said, the millions of Nigerians working here, contributing significantly to the economy here in UK and back home in remittances to our home. I can assure you, I'm still debating what the credit rating is saying of African economy, and I disagree. I put that in the Financial Times confidently. But the challenge is not about the people surrounding the indices. It is about us generating those indices. It is with our own determination to say who we are and where we are headed. It is you and I that must embrace what is positive about Africa, particularly Nigeria. And I promise you, I'll continue to be that inspiring leader that we can. As we are navigating the world without borders, we are seeing conflict here and there. And we're seeing the volatility in the economy and the purchasing power of the people being eroded. I say keep the spirit up. Keep your efforts and your heart in shape, positive direction. Keep hope in your body and soul. Let's do it together. I promise you, the changes will be here. I'll be here.